said I was tired. Well, I also said I was going to go play Madden. I had my internship this morning. I'm tired. Okay, fine. It just so happens that I have. You know what? I still have the low heaven over hell on me right now. And, before I take a nap, I'm gonna pack a lip. So, we got ourselves another episode of Poetry and Packing a Lip. Yep, it's a working title. So, like I said in a previous video, if you haven't seen it, I don't recommend you go watch it. It's awful. Who wants to listen to me rant all day? Wait, that's counterproductive. Go watch it. Go watch it. I read a short story out of this book that I wrote when I was a senior in high school. It's a cutie pooty little chapbook. Put that away. And we need something to spit in too. Well, there's 3 poems in this, and they're not great, but I'd like to read them because they represent a spectral, and they're in order. So honestly, if you're watching this, I'd actually really appreciate your comments, and it's not because I really enjoy these poems. I'm not quite ashamed of them because I know I was bad back then, so this was actually good for what I was concentrating on. But I do this video mostly because you can see where I've come from, where I've developed from. So here's my first one. It's called Holding It In Isn't Always the Best Idea. One thing I've always been good at is titles, that's for sure. Everything was merry, but the feeling was buried. Things were swell, like the smooth ringing of bells. Happiness overcame me, and then it delayed me from seeing the truth, like an untenured youth. The day then came. It felt just the same. Smiles and bliss, and even a kiss. That was the day the trouble should have went away. Instead, her words brought pain. Yet in my head I did not complain. From inside my head a call. It's better to have loved and lost than to never love at all. And then some days went on, and we have eruption. Gloom is overpowering as the rain is showering. I open my hand filled with black sand. Away it blows until only skin shows. It reveals a scar, reminding me pain is not far. My fist clenches once more, making me sore. Anger began to swell. This will not end well. I stomp off, yell until I cough. Suddenly, something went crack, and I fell on my back. And the sky was picturesque. My mind was caressed. It diffused my bomb, and everything was calm. Ooh, there's some good metaphor in it, for sure, but it just, it doesn't flow. And then we have our final poem, Recovery. The light shone bright, over was the night. Though it was blinding, adventure was mine for finding. I emerged into the day, so beautiful, not knowing what to say. Enjoying the heat, and the air was sweet. Approaching a creek, I found what I seek. Crossing was scary, and I looked like a fairy as I trumped across, landing in moss. Examining the beauty, I noticed a turtle. What a cutie! Easing my way into its pool, the water was cool. I laid back in peace, my troubles all cease. So, basically with these poems, I was following a theme of something occurring and then it going downhill to a breaking point where you realize that you can only go so far and the only way is up. And then from there you're going to go up, and maybe you'll go back down again, but you've seen the bottom and you know where that lies, and you know you can handle it because you've been there before. Then you go up and up and up, and just one day, that's not my snapping finger. That's my snapping finger. And then one day, you're just better. Everything is great. Everything's sunshine and rainbows and warmth. unlike how I feel right now, because I'm freezing. It's cold in here. Just like how my heart felt when I wrote these poems. And I'm not gonna lie, 12th grade, of course it was about a girl. What else would it have been about? What else does a 18-year-old guy have to worry about? Where he's getting his beer for the weekend? Yeah, that breaks my heart. Like, that's hard. Uh, yeah, so, tell me what you think, guys. Maybe you're not as hard on me as I am, but man, these poems kind of suck. The only reason I'm putting them in there is really so you can see the leaps, the distance. And sure, maybe I'll read some stuff from when I was an underclassman in college, maybe, but there's really no excuse for that stuff. Whereas there's at least an excuse for this junk. I mean, this work in progress. But I mean, yeah, like check it out. Enjoy it, and I really appreciate you guys tuning in and listening. Throw a dip in, learn some Japanese. I'm gonna run out of European countries at some point. What the heck? Liechtenstein. Auf Wiedersehen.